All right, now that we have our ocean working nicely, we're going to look at how to add the ship and animate the camera at depth of field. And then we will add some light for the ship. So I'll search for ship. By the way, I have this add-on called Blender Kit. If you don't have it, go to Edit Preferences and search for Blender Kit. And then I'm going to use this ship and then close this. Okay, so we have this humongous ship which has an anchor point, so it's easy to work with it. So I'll go to the camera angle. By the way, for the camera has moved for some reason to the wrong place. I think it has some constraint that I had added before. Okay. So the ship is going to be somewhere here. Then you can decide how big or how small you want the ship to be based on your waves. Okay, and then you can position it away from the camera so it makes sense. Alright, so this is going to be my ship, and now we want the ship to move with the ocean. Okay, right now the ship is not moving at all. It is just in its place, so it might look wrong. So what we need to do is add mesh plane. Okay, and I'm going to scale the plane a little bit. So I'm going to move it above so we can see the plane. Object, apply, scale, and then hit tab, right click, subdivide, and add 10 subdivisions. Okay, we are going to add a shrink wrap modifier. And then we're going to use the ocean. And then we're going to use project. And we're going to use negative. Now when the ocean moves, the plane moves. Now the ship has to be attached to the plane. So we'll select the ship, go to constraints, and copy location, and this is going to be the plane. Okay, and then we see that the ship is above, so we select the plane, go to modify panel, go to data properties, add a new vertex group and assign it, go to our ship constraints and then add the group. And now our boat is going to follow the ocean. Okay, now we will do the same thing for our camera. So I'll copy this, Shift D, I'm duplicating the wrong object. I need to duplicate the plane. Okay, so go to 7 and then I'm going to scale this. So it is the size of the object, apply scale. Okay, so now the camera has to move. So we will add a constraint, copy location, object is plane O1 and vertex group is the same group. And we can add an offset so that we can move the camera position. So we'll go to 0 All right, so then you can create the offset for the camera. And then once you go to the camera view, you cannot use this option to fix your camera because it will mess up. So you will have to be sure that you place your camera where you want. Go to your camera view and then you use a split screen to then again place your camera the way you want. Okay, so then you can use the rotate tool or move tool to position your camera. Okay, and this plane again, we don't want to see it or render it. All right, so once the camera is set, we'll select the camera again and we will go to the camera settings and add depth of field. You'll have to select the ship, so the ship, and then work with the f-stop. So now you can see that the ship is in the ocean and we have depth of field. Now the ship is dark, so what you can do is add a light. So you go to add light, area light, go to the top view and make the light as big as the ship and move it up, and then decide maybe a little yellowish tinge and maybe power of 500. Okay, we need to hide the plane also. So now you can see the ship better. Okay, and then you get this nice reflection of the light also. You can place the light where you want it based on the look that you're looking for. Okay, and then you can reduce the intensity, and then you can select the light, then shift select the that ship, hit Control P, so that the light also moves with the ship. Okay, now the ship is not moving, so you can add the noise modifier to the ship as well. And that's about it. Thank you very much.